took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Do it now. You got 58.
Rodgers now to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And the Colts first down.
318. Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. I got you. I got you. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
258. 54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Rodgers to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go, D. Here.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Get the flag. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. This is the tight end Fant. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down.
Battle at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
258.
Snap comes at 1. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
258. Hey, tight down. There you go. Shift. Right. Kill. Hey, 626.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mike 9. Let's get inside. Switch.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, we got to seal. Here we go. Wrap.
Rodgers again now. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. We're scoreless after 1. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Lindsey. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
The pass complete to Sutton, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 21. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Back back to throw. Daniels looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Armstrong. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Looking to throw. Daniels steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun, Daniels escaping the play. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch twins! Watch twins! Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Inside. Mike, 54 to 50. 54. All right. I'm coming after you. Hey, you're not doing it.
Rodgers going to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A give running right is Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, 84 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. To throw on 2nd down. Daniels, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 84 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards on the ground.
First down, Indianapolis.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Down to the 25. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check four.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And the Packers adding to their totals there and their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
On 4th down, Daniels. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still in.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Go to 50. Hey, you climb over here. Plant. We gotta get to that. Mike over there. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run here with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
3rd and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Back to throw. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling.